Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. This is Chaotic Crafting with Courtney, a Flosstube channel mainly focused on my cross stitch journey. I do mostly full coverage. I do have a few non-full coverage here and there, very few though, mostly full coverage. I do also dabble in diamond art and crochet. If that sounds like something you'd like to follow along with, hit that subscribe button. For my returning subscribers, thank you for joining me again. This is a Flosstube number 9. This is a 6-week update. I posted last time at the end of September. So I do have a few projects to go over with you guys, and let's jump right into it. And in no particular order, I have this one. This is a Luca S kit. It is called Northern Lights. This is what it will look like when it's all done. I got 748 stitches into this. It is stitched on a 16 count Aida, 2/1 full cross. It is a kit, so everything came with it. Here, let me fix this. Here's where we're at. Also put a picture up about where it was last time, but I worked in these purples. So my stitching, how I pick my projects is a little different now. I have a binder with all of the projects that I would really like to either, all of the whips, like this is the binder, has all of my whips in it, and then I have some additional like ones I actually want to start in it as well. And then my goal is to get 1,000 stitches in a project, and then I switch. And at the beginning of this, I did like a random number generator, and I listed all my projects. And I just, as I get the 1,000 stitches or more, I switch to the next project, so that way I can at least get my hands on, hopefully on most of them. This one, I was not quite feeling it, so like I said, I only got 748 stitches on it, but that's okay. If I don't get the full 1,000, it is what it is, and we'll get more next time. But with the 748 stitches, it got up to 10.56%, total 3,168 stitches on it. And this one I don't do parking because it is a kit, and so I just do till the string runs out, so that way I'm not wasting a lot of thread. So it's coming along nicely though. Okay. Next kit that I worked on was Sunflowers and Sunset. It is a pattern I found off of Etsy. Here's what it will look like when it's all done. It's quite a small pattern, but it's beautiful. I put in 1,173 stitches, bringing it to 7,852 stitches, 37.18%. And here's where we're at. So this is the width of the piece. I did a bunch. It's hard to see because they're so pale buttery yellow, but I filled in this all of this buttery yellow section. I also put a picture of where it was at beforehand. This is stitched on 25 count Lugana 2/1 tent stitch. So pretty. Okay. Next one is a new start. I have 2 new starts this time around. This is Mini Kina. It's by Margaret Morales. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is stitched on 25 count 2/1 tent stitch. And I did 2,397 stitches on it, bringing it to 2.84%. Here's where she's at. There's threads. Crazy, crazy. Beautiful flower coming in there. And then next time I gotta fill in the rest of that space. I might pull this out sooner. It's so pretty. Okay. So there's one. Let's just do the new starts and get them out of the way. So there's one new start. The other new start. I found this picture as a PNG on Etsy a long time ago. I charted this myself with Max Stitch, the program. But here she is. So this is the cross stitch mock-up. I love the oranges and the fire like element to it. And then there's that starry background. So far it's stitching up well. This one I just did the 1,000. I did 1,009, bringing it to 1.77%. So this is where we started seeing the circle there. So very excited to keep going with it. But yeah. Okay. All right, so those are the two new starts for this time around. Let's see. This is the other. I have a few Luca S kits on the go. This is the other one. It is called Flower Shop. There it is. It is stitched on a 16 count Aida, 2/1 full cross. This is what it will look like when it's all done. And then I put in 1,271 stitches, bringing it to 14.09%. See, well, here's the full piece. I am almost to the end, almost. But I worked mainly on completing these baskets and the flowers, and then so same with the Northern Lights. I don't park my threads because I have limited supply of them, so I just continue. I think that these, yeah, some of this, so mostly all this, and then there's some really light colored stitches there too. Don't mind my dogs, they came up here. That's enough. So, okay, I shooed them away. All right, so that's my Luca S kit, Flower Shop. Artisy. This is my one Artisy pattern that I have started right now. It is called Lavender Farm. It is an image made by Tarina Clark, who is the owner of Artisy. She used it using AI. I think it's gorgeous, and I love this picture. This is what it will look like when it's all done. I mostly, this tree is where we are at, so I'll show you. I put in 1,093. No, I didn't write it down. That was from July. I'll show it to you and then I'll get the stats. I didn't pull it off of my tablet. So all this tree right here. And it is a 2-page finish. There is a tiny few stitches right here that is part of the page, but I have the parked threads up here, so they will get done next time around. But pretty much 2 full pages that are finished on this now. All right, let me get stats. So that was the most recent one I just finished. I just switched projects. So I went from 8,403 stitches to 9,587. So 1,100-ish. And it brought it to 15.98%. I did not see that. That really irritates me. I would have made it 16% had I seen that. But that is for future Courtney's problem, not today. So there is that one. Last one. Two more to talk about. This is Minnie Sleeps with Butterflies by Margaret Morales. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am doing this 2/1 full cross on 18 count. And she got 1,004 stitches, bringing her to 2,194 stitches at 2.64%. You can really start to see her hand coming along. Look at that. So I've been working in, I go 2x2 blocks, and I started to kind of do it on a diagonal. So I did this square first, and then I came over, I did this square, and then I did this square, and then I come back up here at the top, and I just did this square. And then so now I am working, next time I'll work on the rest of her hand on this square, and then it'll jump to this square. Because I cannot work in just a 10x10 square. It's not enough. I'm changing threads too much. I don't feel like I get very much done. But if I do a 20x20 square, it is much more appeasing to my brain. Okay, there she is. And last but not least, my focus piece. My goal for this piece is to get at least 2,000 stitches in a month. Here she is. This past month there was only 1,000, just over. I got 1,000. Oh, sorry. Let's start over. My focus piece, Mini Mermaid at Sunset. It is by Elena Lazareva. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Goal for this is to get it into the State Fair this coming summer. So if I complete about 2,000 stitches a month for the next 6 months, I should be right there. So that is the goal. So I did 1,436 stitches, bringing it to 76.35%. We hit that 3/4 milestone. I'm leaving it in the hoop because I plan on pulling it out frequently. So 1,000 stitches. It was all her fin right here. Look at that. Actually, might work on this today. So we are almost done. 25% more. Here's, so we're pretty much right where the line is kind of where you can see the water on the rock. So we're about to hit into underneath the rock water territory. So probably finish this up hopefully this month, and then we'll be on a fresh new row. This one I do, I was doing 10 by 20 squares all the way across, which I'm kind of still doing that. Probably I will continue to do it because it's already so far down into the pattern. I don't know. I stitch how I want to stitch depending on how I'm feeling. Whatever tickles my fancy that day. So I'm not a very, I don't keep to the same thing because it drives me bonkers. So there she is. She's so pretty. Okay. Those are all the projects that I stitched in the past 6 weeks. So, life updates. I just finished my second master's program class. It ended Wednesday. It is now Friday. So, that's going good. Charlie, my puppy, is almost 4 months old now. He definitely is still a puppy and has razor teeth. Just this morning, oh, it's hard to see on camera, but he's got some sharp little teeths. Look at all that. So, but he's doing really good. Plans for the next little bit. So on my list of things is, actually I have a new start on my hoop right now that you'll see next time. I haven't completed the 1,000 stitches, so I'm not going to show you. It is Sunset at Hogsmeade. It is an Etsy design. Here's the picture. A lot of Flosstubers are stitching this. I found this because of In Stitches with Ebony. Go watch her channel. I love her stuff. She started in the upper left hand corner. I broke from my own tradition and I'm starting in this bottom left hand corner. And I was like, oh, I want to do all these flowers. I've literally done almost like 600 stitches of 310 black right now. So I'll get you some pink here hopefully today. But that'll be, you'll see this next time. And then let's see, number 13 would be next on the list, which is my Villains stained glass, which I started at the beginning of the year. So hopefully you'll see that. And then number 11. My mini Paris Morning. I just love her. You'll see her. And then hopefully get 2,000 more on the mini Mermaid at Sunset. And then maybe get to 18, which would be a new start for me again. Maybe get to 18. This would be 18. So we'll see. Who knows? It might be another 6 weeks. I'm hoping not. I honestly had everything counted up at the beginning of the month. And then it just didn't happen. So, but those are the plans. Those are what I stitched. I am really happy you stayed to watch to the end. If you are still here, thank you so much. If you liked what you see, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.